Are you looking forward to Memory Ball?
Oh yes, I love that. The Palais Royal. Jeez. I spent my youth there.
Yeah.
I met Dad at the Seabreeze. That was the next one. And it was only open in the summer, and it was open to the elements.
Oh, that's
lovely.
so nice.
Catherine, the Palais had the best dance floor in Toronto.
Oh, really?
It had springs or something in it.
Oh, yeah, spring floor, I heard that.
Yeah, something. Spring sounds that you bounce right up. It wasn't. It just had a nice movement to it. And there was the Palace Pier. You went there when a main band was coming, like a big band or something. But the Palais was open all the time, so you could go there anytime. The Palais Royal. I call it Palais. That's what everyone called it. And there was another one called the Kingsway, which was north of the Palais and in more of a district with houses and things. It wasn't down on the lake. And there was another dance hall, the Masonic, which was a Masonic temple. What would that be?
Yeah, that's actually now I know there's a place, there's a TV station that uses it.
Yeah.
MTV, yeah.
Yeah, and so they had about 3 or 4 places where you could go dancing, where you could go without an escort, you go stag. And my brother was such a snob, he always said, I'd never take a girl out to stag dances. And I said, if I didn't go stag pat, I wouldn't go. I was a much better dancer than him anyway.
So what years did you guys go dancing at the Palais?
I would be going down there about 49, 50.
Wow.
And there were no bars. So what we'd do, I'd go to the liquor store and get a Mickey. And we'd split a Mickey between about 7 of us. I'm a loser. Now it's share with one person maybe. But it was just, we had a good time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was fun.
We can't dance like you guys dance.
Well, that's all we did. It's a good thing we could dance. There weren't bars.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You go to a movie maybe with a guy. You go to a movie and you go to dances, and that's what there was too.
Yeah. Oh, here's your coaster.
When bars first opened, when they first opened bars, there were more drunks on the streets of Toronto than you can imagine.
I guess so.
Because we'd never seen a menu before.
Mm-hmm.
And they had, all of the bars had menus about this big with pictures of the drinks. So we were going crazy. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I'll have one of those.
Yeah. And did the dance halls have drinks?
No. No, there were no bars. Bars finally opened, but they were bars, like the Silver Rail opened on Young Street. And this tavern was right around the corner. You would remember that. What we'd do, we'd go down to the Palais. Maybe there'd be 7 or 8 of us girls. And one of us would bring a Mickey. That was split. Now the Mickey would be for me. But in those days we didn't drink much.
And then what, would you meet your friends there?
Yeah, we'd have a big table. There'd be about 8 of us, girls. We'd just meet guys.
How did everyone get there?
Well, the Palais was across from Roncesvalles Station.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd take the streetcar to the end of Queen Street, and that was Roncesvalles.
Yeah.
And then we'd go in the Edgewater and have a pint of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd walk across the bridge to the Palais.
Oh, nice. And you could go all year round?
Mm-hmm. But in the summer, we used to like to go to the Palace, to the Seabreeze, pardon me. That's where I met your grandpa. The Seabreeze was an open-air dance floor just down the street from the Palais.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit west.
That's nice.
And then the Palace Pier was a great big one. Well, it's still there.
Yeah. So what would it be like inside the Palais?
Very much like it is now, probably. I'll check it out when we go down. But it was nice when we were kids because we could go out in the back and you'd go overlook the lake. And sometimes the boats would come and anchor there so they could hear our music.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah, it was a great place. I loved the Palais.
And what was the music like?
A lot of big band sounds. You danced with guys like this. And you just stand and go like this. But, and certain people had a reputation for being real good dancers, so you'd hope that they'd ask you to dance.
Oh.
Some were good and some weren't. But some girls were good and some girls weren't. We were all different.
Mm-hmm. Where did everyone learn to dance?
Just at parties, at the houses and that, you teach each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
What do you kids do for some excitement?
Well, we go to... A lot of people go out to bars and stuff, but the way people dance now is not as classy as it once was.
No, you just stand and wiggle them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really dark and people drink too much, so...
Yeah, see, there wasn't any drinking when I was a kid because it hadn't opened. But when bars opened, there were more drunks.
Yeah.
And they had these lovely menus with pictures of drinks. Well, you'd never seen a picture of a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked so pretty, so you'd have one of those. When you finish that, you have one of those.
Yeah.
By the time you get out, you could hardly see.
Yeah. See, nowadays, that's how people go into the bar at that state.
Everything changes, doesn't it?
Yeah. And were there any special, like, occasions at the Palais, or was it always the same?
No, it was just a public dance.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's mostly public, mostly special occasions, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. So would you have to pay to get in? Or?
Yeah. And you checked your coat downstairs. I remember that. You go in the front door. You go downstairs and buy a ticket and check your coat. And then come back, give your ticket to the guy at the door. And well, our table was always, I can show you, we'll be down there next week. Or it's 2 weeks, I guess, isn't it? Our table was right up. Bandstand was here and our table was there.
Oh, nice.
In the front door right down to our table. And it was our table. We had it all the time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's the way they did things in those days.
And you knew most of the people that were there every... Like, would
yeah,
you
you got to know the faces. You may not know their names. And I'll show you the post I stood at. You'd stand against a post and wait for some clown to ask you to dance. And my post was right up by the bandstand.
Oh, wow. So you would go there when you were single and after
Yes.
you met Grandpa?
And then, yeah, well, if you go with a bunch of girls, and you didn't feel awkward or anything because everyone did it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you'd probably feel strange going somewhere without an escort, but you know, those days that's the way it was. Once I was supposed to bring the liquor, and I reached in my locker at school, and my boss was around, at least at work, the bell, and my boss was around, and I didn't want her to see me getting a bottle out of my locker. So I just reached up by my hand and brought the bottle out. It was an empty bottle. I went down the Palais, and the girls have all got, used to order a setup, was what you'd call it from the waiter. Just give us a setup, please. And he knew what that was.
Okay.
That you had liquor, so you'd bring ginger ale or Coke and stuff. And glasses and ice. And you'd put that down on the table. So the girls got all that ready. I sat down. They said, "Okay, Gerry, where's the liquor?" And I brought out an empty bottle. Oh, were they cross with me? Oh. I said, "Well, Miss So-and-so was there, and I didn't want her to see me getting alcohol. I just reached in and grabbed a bottle." They said, "Well, what do you have, empty bottles in your locker?" And I said, "I guess so."
And would you go regularly, like on one day a week or something?
Yeah, we'd go Friday or Saturday, one or the other. Sometimes it was more fun to go out with the girls than to go out with some guy.
Yeah.
As you probably know.
Mm-hmm.
Once I met Grandpa, I didn't go dancing anymore.
Oh.
Like with the girls. Because we go on dates.
Yeah.
But he was a good dancer, Grandpa, when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I had to drag him the last few years, but he was when he was young.
Yeah. And was it an expensive night out to go to the Palais?
No. Couldn't have been, or I wouldn't be going.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't expensive. They didn't sell liquor. You had to bring your liquor, sneak it in. Everybody knew what was going on, but you had to be subtle about it. And you could buy all your pop and stuff there, all your mixes.
So you'd meet all your friends and go dancing?
Yeah, it was fun. Innocent fun.
Was it ever too busy to get in, or did you always...
No, I could always get in. I knew most of the fellas on the door, of course, and I'd been going there for a while.
Yeah, it sounds a lot nicer than where we all go out these days.
Well, it was just so different. It was, there was no drinking other than what you went to the liquor store and got. Or if you knew somebody, if you were underage, you had to get somebody older to go to the liquor store for you and get your liquor. And it was fun when there was a bunch of girls, because, you just giggle all the time. Every poor guy that asked you to dance, you have a hairy fit laughing at him.
But yeah, the memory ball will be very fun.
That'll be fun. And I'm glad it's at the Palais, because I'd be glad for all you kids to see it. You heard me yap about it so much, but I wonder if it's changed very much. I guess it would have to have changed a bit. 60 years ago, I think it would.
And how old were you guys when you would go to the Palais?
I'd probably be about 20, 21. 19, 20, 21. Maybe 22. But it was fun. We had a good time. Everybody danced in those days. That's what we did. There weren't any bars.
Mm.
It's different now. That's Dad and our bench that person's on. I should go and chase them off.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got a white cane, so I couldn't be mean to them, could I? Yeah, we used to sit over there. I'd take him down there when he got sick. We'd sit there and stare at the building.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little walk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for talking to me about the Palais.
I love it. Those were good times.